Hey YouTube, in this tutorial I'll be showing you guys how to make checkpoints in Rec Room. First we're going to start off with a trigger volume. And then get an integer variable and connect player entered to the integer variable. Then configure it and name it checkpoints. So as you see, when I step into this trigger volume, the integer variable glows. So for every checkpoint on your obby or your game or anything you use it for, we're gonna use a trigger volume with the integer that increases by 1 every time. I'm gonna show you an example. Checkpoint 0 will be when you first spawn. Then we'll select all of these 3 chips and clone it. Then we're gonna change this checkpoint value to 1. And we're gonna repeat this process for about 5 times. You could do it as many as you want, but I'm gonna do it 5 times for this example. Alright, I have my 5 trigger volumes. And for numbers or integers in CV2, all the index start from 0. So 0 is going to be the starting point of my obby. Every time I enter these trigger volumes, it glows. Now I'm going to move all of this up. Then I'm going to clone a trigger volume underneath. And I'm going to put it to as big as my obby. Make it big enough so people can't skip or fall through the map. Go to the trigger volume, get a list create, get a list get element, get a set position, and then get a get position. So for this list create, since we have 5 checkpoints, I'm gonna add 3 extra inputs to make 5. Then you're gonna wanna go from the first checkpoint to the last in order from top to bottom. So for the first list create, you're gonna go to the first checkpoint and wire the trigger volume. Yellow self in order, like so. Then you're going to want to clone one of these integer variables and wire the output of int to the index and wire the list to the list create. Then you want to wire the list get element value to the get position, then wire the get position to the position of the set position. Then you want to get a get local player and wire that to the target, and then wire the set position to the player entered on the trigger volume. So now I'm gonna run into the first checkpoint. If I fall, I should respawn on the first checkpoint. But I'm gonna make an obby so I can show this better. As you can see, I have 5 platforms and 5 trigger volumes. So now since I've entered the first trigger volume, if I fall, I should respawn right back onto the trigger volume. Now if I make this jump and go to the next checkpoint, I fall, I respawn at the first checkpoint. And if you have more levels than me, obviously you're gonna have more than 5. You just keep adding inputs and you just keep repeating the steps of cloning these 3 chips and increasing the number by 1, counting up to how many levels you have. Like so. Now if I go back and then I fall, it respawns me at that checkpoint. Well, there's your checkpoint system in Rec Room. That's your checkpoint system in Rec Room. I hope you enjoy it. Well, that was your checkpoint system in Rec Room. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. See you guys in the next one.